Assalamu alaikum and dobry вечер, everyone. As per request, and not anything related to the subject of the video I'm doing this response to, but I'm doing it in response to a user's comment. And what this user would like to know is how my life personally has changed since I became Muslim, meaning that what do I differently, what do I do now that I did not do before, what I stopped doing that I used to do before I became Muslim. So here it is. And some of the topics she mentioned were hygiene. And part of that is you do what is called wudu or ablution before you do your 5 daily prayers. And there are certain things that nullify this ablution. And I have videos on that I've linked to in my playlist that's called How to Pray. And that's something that, well, excuse that blur, that's a little bit of my cat's tail. So she's walking across my keyboard again. But anyway, so that is one thing that I obviously do that I have never done before. And during a few days of the month, when a woman gets her monthly cycle, a Muslim woman does not do the 5 daily obligatory prayers or any of the optional ones, but she can still say other prayers known as dua, which do not involve the standing, bowing, prostrating, sitting, and any of that. But right now that is the case for me. So when I went to the masjid for a class, I did not join the others in the salat. I simply stayed in the class area and just did a little something on my own to occupy my time until the others came back after finishing the prayer. So anyway, that's another thing. But then once the cycle ends, then a woman has to do what is known as ghusl. I may not be pronouncing that correctly because in the Arabic the first letter is one that's very difficult for me to pronounce, so I won't even go there. But this ghusl is a more extensive ritual bath or shower that is also done after a married couple has their relations, or after what some people call a wet dream. And for the sake of my younger viewers, I won't get into that, but you can look that up on your own. So this video might be one that little kids wouldn't want to watch. So anyway, so after that, and then I have never seen one up close, but many Muslims use what's called a miswak, or also known as a siwak, which is a stick off of a certain kind of a tree, and you're supposed to chew on it, and then you chew on it enough, the end becomes like the bristles on a toothbrush, but instead of, say, the handle of the brush, I'll just use this pen as an example. If the handle of the brush going one way and then the bristles pointing down, it goes straight, just up, and you stick it kind of vertically in your mouth to clean your teeth with. But I just might invest in one of those things to carry with me in case I'm on the run and I don't have time to brush my teeth after a meal. But that might be something worth checking into. But anyway, But since I do not have a job yet, I do not worry about these things. But one day when I did take a class and I was waiting for my ride because the buses weren't running to Ankeny that day. It's on a Saturday and express buses don't run into the suburbs other than West Des Moines. So anyway, I had a bottle of water that I got out of a vending machine, but I had not drank any of it yet. But after I got done with the test, I thought, well, I'll have the room to myself, I'll just pray. So I just opened up the water bottle and I took little bits of water and I dribbled it on my hands, tried to make as little of a mess as possible since I was in the room without any sink or anything like that. So I just kind of just enough to get the parts of my body wet that I'm supposed to get wet. And then I pulled out my prayer rug, put it on the floor, faced it in the right direction, known as the Qibla, and then I prayed. And then some other people walked in as I was doing that, but I just ignored them, kept right on praying. And I finished my prayer, and then I called for my ride to take me back home, and so that's what I did. But once I do get a job, I will tell the employer, if they haven't figured that out already, that I'm wearing a hijab, that depending on the shift time, I will have to take a short break so I can go find a secluded spot that I can pray in. And depending on what kind of place I work in, whether it be a hospital or nursing home, or if I get a customer service job or I work at some store, you know, I find some place where I can pray, and the employer will have to respect that. And if they choose not to respect that, then, well, bye-bye. But anyway, and the next question, or maybe these are out of order, but as far as eating goes, you know, I obviously do not eat any pork products, so no bacon, no ham, no sausages that contain pork, no gelatin. There are some plant-based gelatin products out there, but right here in Des Moines I have not seen them yet. I don't know what brands they are. But there is a couple of small halal grocery stores. One I know about and one I just found out about a few days ago that I have yet to check out. That's near one of our colleges here in Des Moines. So I'm going to have to take a bus over there one of these days and check it out. But anyway, so that's as far as the diet is concerned, though. And of course I do not bother with alcohol except for the rubbing alcohol in my medicine cabinet, which of course I will save for if I need to sanitize something, or if I want to clean a wound, or something like that. And of course that means I do not cook with alcohol anymore like I used to. So that's pretty much, there are other things that, as far as a dietary thing goes, where you do not eat the meat of an animal that has been slaughtered for worship of a god other than Allah. And well, there's no such thing around here really that I know of. And so no roadkill. I wouldn't want to anyway. It would be I'd be sicker than a dog, and I don't want to do that. Allergies are enough right now. As you can tell by my voice, my allergies are really acting up today. So, but of course I can deal with the catfish. No, not you, Mila.